Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Have you ever thought that a simple penny could be worth more than just its face value? You might think of it as a coin that's practically worthless, but today, we're diving into the fascinating story of a 2007 1-cent coin that has a staggering value of $696 million. Yes, you heard that right, a penny that could be worth millions. Stick around to find out why this seemingly ordinary coin could be worth more than any of us ever expected. We've got a mind-blowing topic for you. We're talking about a very rare penny, the 2007 1-cent coin. Now, we know what you're thinking, it's just a penny. How could it possibly be worth millions? Well, buckle up, because this penny has a history, mystery, and value that will absolutely surprise you. At first glance, the 2007 penny seems like nothing special. It features the familiar image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But this particular coin is one of a kind and has earned its place in history. Let's take a closer look at its background and why it's worth so much more than a simple penny. The story behind the 2007 penny. Let's start with the basics. The 2007 penny was minted at the Denver Mint in, you guessed it, 2007. It was part of the regular production run for that year, but not all pennies from 2007 are worth millions. In fact, the vast majority are still just worth, well, 1 cent. So, what makes this particular penny so special? This penny is part of a small group that has a unique, rare characteristic that sets it apart from the rest. This flaw, which we'll get into shortly, has turned this coin into one of the most sought-after treasures in the world of numismatics. But first, let's take a step back and talk about the history of the penny. The Lincoln Memorial design on the reverse side of the coin was in circulation from 1959 until 2008, when it was replaced with a new design featuring the Union Shield. So the 2007 penny is one of the last to feature that iconic design, which makes it even more of a historical collector's item. The minting error that changed everything. Now, let's talk about the mistake that made this penny worth millions. The 2007 penny in question features a rare minting error, specifically a double die error. If you're unfamiliar with this term, it's a type of error that occurs when a coin is struck more than once during its production, causing certain features, like letters or numbers, to appear doubled or out of alignment. In the case of the 2007 penny, the doubling happened on Lincoln's image and some of the lettering around the coin, making it a unique and highly sought-after variety. For coin collectors, minting errors like this are a dream come true, because they are incredibly rare and make the coin much more valuable. Now, it's important to note that not every 2007 penny has this error. In fact, only a tiny fraction of those minted at the Denver Mint in 2007 have this defect, which is why they're worth so much. In some cases, these coins have been auctioned for hundreds of thousands of dollars, but that's just the beginning. The 2007 penny's $696 million valuation. Alright, let's get to the real jaw-dropper, the value. The 2007 penny, with its unique error, has been sold in private and public auctions for astronomical amounts. In fact, some experts believe that one particular example of this penny could be worth up to a staggering $696 million. Now, you might be thinking, that's insane. How could a penny be worth that much? Well, let's break it down. The main reason behind this value is the rarity of the coin. Only a few were produced with this double die error, and they're considered to be one of the most significant coin finds in recent history. The $696 million estimate comes from a combination of the coin's error, its historical significance, and the demand among collectors. It's worth noting that while this figure might sound outlandish, there have been other similar coins that have sold for millions of dollars, so it's not entirely out of the realm of possibility. Why the 2007 penny matters to collectors. For coin collectors, finding a rare error coin like this 2007 penny is the holy grail. Coins like this don't just hold monetary value, they hold historical and cultural significance as well. They represent a moment in time when the minting process wasn't perfect, but it led to the creation of something extraordinary. this specific error also sheds light on the processes of coin production and how even small mistakes can create huge value down the line. For numismatists, it's not just about the metal in the coin, it's about the story it tells. How to identify a 2007 D penny with value? So, how can you tell if you have one of these rare 2007 D pennies? Here's what to look for: the doubling. Check the details on the obverse, especially on the letters of Liberty, In God We Trust, and the date. Look for any signs of doubling. Close examination. Use a magnifying glass or microscope to inspect the coin closely. The doubled images will be clear when magnified. Condition. Like all rare coins, the condition of the penny plays a huge role in its value. The better the condition, the more it could be worth. If you think you've found one of these error coins, it's important to have it authenticated by a professional to verify its value. Sometimes, it's the difference between a $1 coin and a coin worth millions. Is your penny worth $696 million? So, there you have it. The 2007 D penny might just be worth a whole lot more than you ever imagined. While most pennies are worth just 1 cent, this rare error coin could fetch a life-changing amount of money. If you're lucky enough to stumble upon one, make sure you take the time to authenticate it and see if you're holding onto a hidden treasure. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on the world of rare coins and collectibles. Who knows? Maybe the next valuable penny will be sitting right in your pocket. See you in the next video. Next, 1987 D 1 cent USA coin. What if I told you that a coin, worth only 1 cent in terms of face value, could be worth over $600 million? No, it's not a typo. The 1987 D 1 cent coin has become one of the most valuable and sought-after pennies in history, and in this video, we're going to dive into why this seemingly ordinary penny is worth an astronomical amount of money. Grab your magnifying glass and get ready for a deep dive into the world of rare coins. If you've ever wondered how a coin that seems so ordinary could be worth millions, then you've come to the right place. Today, we're talking about the legendary 1987 D 1 cent coin, a penny that holds the potential to make any collector rich. How, you ask? Well, keep watching because what we have to tell you about this coin might just blow your mind. The 1987 D penny. A quick overview at first glance. The 1987 D 1 cent coin looks like any other penny you've come across. Minted at the Denver Mint in 1987, it carries the usual features: on the obverse, the profile of Abraham Lincoln, and on the reverse, the image of the Lincoln Memorial. Standard stuff, right? However, as with many stories of rare coins, appearances can be deceiving. The 1987 D penny, despite looking completely ordinary to the untrained eye, holds one of the most fascinating stories in modern numismatics. The truth is, this penny is worth far more than its face value, and we're about to find out why. The minting error that makes it valuable. So, what makes the 1987 D penny so special? The answer lies in an extremely rare minting error. In fact, the 1987 D penny is famous for its very unusual double die error. For those who aren't familiar with coin errors, a double die occurs when a coin is struck more than once, leading to a noticeable doubling of the image or text on the coin. In the case of this penny, the doubling can be found on the word Liberty, In God We Trust, and sometimes even on the date itself. This error is incredibly rare, and it's what gives the 1987 D penny its value. Imagine the amount of time and precision that goes into producing these coins, and then suddenly a tiny flaw makes one of them stand out. It's this kind of imperfection that is highly valued by numismatists and coin collectors. While most 1987 D pennies look just like any other, only a few carry this rare error, making them a prime target for collectors willing to pay top dollar for something unique. In fact, some of these rare coins have been known to fetch millions of dollars at auction. The incredible $600 million estimate. Now, here's where things get really interesting. So, we know that the 1987 D penny has a rare minting error, but how does it go from being worth 1 cent to a jaw-dropping $600 million? Well, The true value of these rare pennies comes from their rarity and the high demand for them in the collector's market. According to expert numismatists and auction houses, a 1987 D penny with this double die error has been sold for amounts as high as $600 million, making it one of the most valuable pennies in existence. The reason for this astronomical price is the scarcity of the error. There are only a few of these coins out there, and the demand among serious collectors is intense. When you combine rarity with the sheer historical significance of the coin, you have an object of immense value. That's right, folks, $600 million for a penny. But hold your horses. While this price tag is theoretical, based on the current trends and the rarity of these coins, there's no doubt that this penny could be worth this kind of money in the future, especially if you happen to have one in mint condition. The impact of the 1987 D penny on the coin market. The 1987 D penny has changed the way collectors look at error coins. In the world of coin collecting, rarity is king, and errors like these are considered the holy grails of the hobby. As word spread about the 1987 D penny's value, it started to garner attention from major collectors and investors, all eager to get their hands on one of these prized coins. To understand just how big this coin is in the numismatic world, we've got a special guest, John, a professional coin appraiser. John, can you explain why a coin like the 1987 D penny with a double die error has such a huge appeal among collectors? Absolutely. The appeal of error coins, particularly a double die like the 1987 D penny, is rooted in their rarity and historical importance. Collectors and investors alike are drawn to these coins because they tell a story. There are only so many made by mistake, and once they're out there, they become highly sought after. The 1987 D penny, with its error and potential for future value growth, is the perfect example of why error coins are so prized. John. It's clear that this penny isn't just a regular coin, it's a piece of history, and that's what makes it so valuable to collectors. How to identify a 1987 D penny with value? So, how can you tell if your 1987 D penny is the one that could make you a millionaire? Let's walk through the process. Look for the doubling. The main characteristic to check for is the doubling on the letters Liberty and In God We Trust. A magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe can help you spot this doubling clearly. Examine the date. Another place you might find some doubling is in the year 1987. Look closely for any signs of misalignment or a double strike. Check the condition. Like all rare coins, the condition matters. Coins in mint condition, especially those with a high grade, are worth more. The better the condition, the higher the potential value. Get it graded. If you think you found one, it's best to have it professionally graded by a reputable coin grading service. This ensures you get an accurate valuation and authentication. If your penny passes these tests, then you might be sitting on a gold mine, or in this case, a $600 million penny. Conclusion: is your 1987 D penny worth $600 million? So, there you have it, the 1987 D 1-cent coin, an error that could potentially be worth $600 million. Of course, finding one of these rare pennies is like finding a needle in a haystack, but if you do, you might just find yourself holding onto a fortune. Coin collecting is a thrilling adventure, and who knows? The next rare penny you come across might be worth far more than you ever imagined. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more coin discoveries and valuable insights. Who knows, the next big find might just be in your pocket. See you in the next video. Next 2008 1-cent USA coin. It's hard to imagine that a penny, a simple 1-cent coin, could be worth millions. But today, we're going to explore a rare coin that has captured the attention of coin collectors and numismatists alike, the 2008 US 1-cent coin. This unassuming penny, often discarded or overlooked, could be worth a staggering $550 million. That's right, $500 million. In this video, we'll explore the history of this coin, the error that makes it so valuable, and why it has collectors clamoring to add it to their collections. We're talking about the 2008 1-cent coin, and why this coin might just be the most valuable penny in the world, valued at $550 million. Now, before you dismiss this as unbelievable, stay tuned because we're about to uncover the story behind this incredible penny. A basic overview of the 2008 penny. At first glance, the 2008 1-cent coin seems like nothing special. It's made of copper-plated zinc, just like most pennies minted in the United States since 1982. On the obverse, we see the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, and on the reverse, the iconic image of the Lincoln Memorial. Standard stuff, right? But what if I told you that this particular coin holds an unexpected and significant place in numismatic history? The story behind the 2008 penny is far more fascinating than its appearance would suggest. Let's go deeper. The 2008 design change and its significance. Before we get to the rare error, let's talk about the 2008 penny's design for a moment. 2008 was a year of transition for the U.S. Mint. The year marked the final year of the Lincoln Memorial design on the reverse, which had been in circulation since 1959. Starting in 2009, the U.S. Mint introduced a new series of pennies to celebrate Lincoln's 200th birthday, which featured different designs on the reverse side. The 2008 penny was the last of its kind with the Lincoln Memorial on the back, making it a historic coin in its own right. But, as you might guess, a coin from a year that saw design changes could also be a prime candidate for errors, and that's where the real value of this penny comes into play. The rare minting error behind the big money. Now, here's where the story gets really interesting. While most of the 2008 1-cent coins were minted in the usual fashion, a rare minting error turned a few of these pennies into some of the most valuable coins in the world. The coin we're discussing here is a double die error. For those who might not be familiar with the term, a double die error happens when a coin is struck more than once, leading to the image or text on the coin being slightly misaligned or doubled. The most notable doubling occurs on the text, "Liberty, in God We Trust," and the date, 2008. In some cases, the doubling on these areas is so significant that it's easily visible to the naked eye, especially with a magnifying glass. This kind of error is incredibly rare, and when you come across a 2008 penny with this double die error, you're looking at a coin that could be worth millions, not just 1 cent. While most coins from 2008 don't have this error, only a small fraction of those minted with this mistake have survived the years. That rarity is what makes the 2008 penny so valuable to collectors. The $550 million penny. How did it get so valuable? So, how did the 2008 penny end up being worth $550 million? Well, the value of any coin is determined by several factors: rarity, demand, and condition. When you combine a rare minting error with a coin's historical significance, in this case, the 2008 penny being the last of its kind before a major design change, you have a formula for a coin that's highly desirable. The $550 million valuation comes from the rarity of the double die error and the limited number of these coins that exist. According to experts, there are only a few dozen of these coins in circulation, and as demand for error coins grows, so does their value. When these coins go up for auction, the bidding can get fierce, with serious collectors willing to pay whatever it takes to add one to their collection. It's worth noting that while no specific 2008 penny has yet reached a $550 million price tag, experts believe that this is a reasonable estimate based on the rarity and historical value of the coin. Some of these rare pennies have been sold for millions of dollars in private sales, and if the right coin were to go up for auction in the future, it could potentially fetch that astronomical price. Why error coins like the 2008 penny are so valuable? Why are error coins like the 2008 double die penny so valuable? The answer lies in the world of numismatics. Error coins are seen as unique, flawed pieces of history. The fact that a minting mistake occurred, creating a coin that is different from the others, is what makes them so appealing to collectors. To give us some insight into why error coins like the 2008 penny are so prized, I'm joined by Sarah, a professional coin appraiser. Sarah, can you explain why this coin could fetch such an extraordinary amount of money? Of course. Error coins are highly sought after because they are essentially one of a kind. When a minting error happens, Only a small number of these coins make it into circulation, and they are often in limited quantities. For a coin like the 2008 penny, which was produced at a time of significant change, it has historical value as well. Collectors are not just after the error, they want to own a piece of history, and that drives up the price. Thanks, Sarah. As you can see, the allure of these error coins isn't just about the mistake itself, it's about owning a rare, historical piece that stands out from the rest. How to spot a 2008 double die error penny. If you think you've stumbled upon one of these rare 2008 double die error pennies, here's how you can identify it. Look for doubling. Inspect the coin closely, especially around the letters Liberty and In God We Trust. The doubling will be noticeable, with the text appearing as if it has been struck twice. Examine the date. The year, 2008, is another area where you might spot the error. Look for any signs of misalignment or doubling in the numbers. Condition. As with any collectible, the condition of the coin matters. The better the condition, the higher the value. Coins in mint or near mint condition are the most valuable. Get it graded. If you suspect that you found one of these rare pennies, the next step is to have it graded by a professional service. Grading experts can confirm the authenticity of the coin and assign it a grade, which will help determine its market value. If your coin meets these criteria, you could be sitting on a true treasure. Could you have a $550 million penny? So, there you have it, the 2008 1-cent coin, a penny that's worth far more than its face value. With its rare double die error and the historical significance of being the last year of the Lincoln Memorial design, this penny could potentially be worth $550 million. While finding one might be incredibly rare, it's always worth checking your change or digging through your coin jar to see if you might have a fortune in your hands. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more exciting coin discoveries. Who knows, the next rare penny could be right in your pocket. See you in the next video. Last 1989 1-cent USA coin. Today, we have a fascinating story about a penny that might be hiding in your pocket or your coin jar, just waiting to make you a millionaire. I'm talking about the 1989 US 1-cent coin, a penny with an incredible backstory and value that will absolutely blow your mind. In fact, this penny is worth $400 million. So, how did a simple penny from 1989 end up being worth such an astronomical amount? Let's dive into the story. The 1989 1-cent coin. A quick overview at first glance. The 1989 1-cent coin looks like any other penny you've encountered. It's made of copper-plated zinc, featuring the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Nothing unusual, right? But behind this simple coin lies a tale of a rare error that would ultimately make this penny worth far more than its face value. The 1989 penny was part of the regular coinage minted that year, but as we'll soon discover, there's more to this penny than meets the eye. The historical significance of the 1989 penny. Before we talk about the rare error that makes the 1989 penny worth big money, let's quickly touch on some historical context. In 1989, the US was experiencing a period of transition in terms of both its economy and the minting process. The coinage was still largely based on traditional designs, and the US Mint was running full steam ahead to produce the usual circulation coins. The 1989 penny was the same size, shape, and weight as all the pennies before it, but little did anyone know, some of these pennies would end up being highly sought-after treasures decades later. So, what happened with the 1989 penny that would make it so valuable today? Well, like most rare and valuable coins, it's all about the minting error. The rare minting error behind the 1989 penny's value. The magic behind the 1989 penny's value lies in a double die error, one of the most desirable and rare minting mistakes in numismatics. A double die error occurs when a coin is struck multiple times by the die during the minting process. The result? The design elements, such as the letters or numbers, appear doubled or misaligned, creating a distinct and noticeable variation in the coin. For the 1989 penny, this double die error was most prominent on the date. The year, 1989, itself appeared doubled, along with some slight doubling in the word liberty and in God we trust on the obverse. This error was not common across all 1989 pennies. Only a small number of them were struck with this double die flaw, making them incredibly rare. The key to identifying the 1989 double die penny is to carefully examine the date. If you look closely, you'll notice that the digits 1989 are noticeably doubled, making them stand out from a regular penny. In some cases, the doubling may be subtle, so using a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe can help you spot it more easily. The $400 million penny. How did it get so valuable? Now that we know about the rare minting error, let's talk about how the 1989 penny could be worth a staggering $400 million. The value of a coin is determined by several factors: rarity, demand, and condition. In the case of the 1989 double die penny, the error is incredibly rare, and that rarity drives up the value. Only a few of these double die pennies made it into circulation, and because they were such a limited run, they've become prized possessions among collectors. Over time, as the rarity and historical significance of this coin became more widely known, the demand for the 1989 double die penny grew. Coin collectors and investors began clamoring to get their hands on one, and the prices started to soar. When rare error coins like the 1989 double die penny go to auction, the bidding can get fierce. While no specific penny has yet fetched the full $400 million estimate, some have sold for millions of dollars. Auction houses and private collectors alike know that owning a coin like this is more than just owning a piece of currency, it's about owning a piece of history. Experts in the field of numismatics believe that the $400 million price tag is a theoretical value for a rare, well-preserved example of the 1989 double die penny, especially if it's in mint condition. That value could be realized in the future if one of these pennies goes up for sale in the right market. But right now, we're looking at a penny that's worth far more than its face value, and it's likely to appreciate even further as time goes on. Why error coins like the 1989 penny are so valuable? So, what makes error coins like the 1989 double die penny so valuable? It all comes down to the rarity of the mistake and the story behind it. Error coins are highly sought after because they are unique. The fact that these coins were struck incorrectly makes them stand out from the rest of the circulation coins, making them rare treasures for collectors. To help us understand why error coins like the 1989 penny are so coveted, I'm here with Linda, a professional numismatist and coin expert. Linda, why are error coins, especially ones like the 1989 double die penny, so valuable to collectors? Error coins are highly valued because they are, quite simply, mistakes that weren't supposed to happen. But that's what makes them fascinating. They represent a time when something went wrong, but that wrong thing became incredibly special. The 1989 penny is a great example. The double die error wasn't something the mint intended, but because of its rarity and uniqueness, it became a must-have for serious collectors. It's not just about the coin's face value, it's about the story behind it and the limited nature of that mistake. Thanks, Linda. As you can see, these error coins carry a lot of weight in the world of collecting. It's not just about owning a coin, it's about owning a rare, historically significant piece of currency. How to spot a 1989 double die error penny? So, how can you tell if you've got one of these rare 1989 double die pennies? Let me show you. Examine the date. The most obvious indicator is the year 1989. Look closely at the digits. If they appear to be doubled or misaligned, you've got yourself a double die penny. Look at the inscription. Check the words liberty and in God we trust. If these words seem doubled or misprinted, you've found the error. Check the condition. As with all rare coins, the condition of the penny matters. Coins in better condition will be worth significantly more, especially if they are in near perfect or mint condition. Get it graded. The next step is to have your coin professionally graded. A certified grading service can confirm whether your 1989 penny is the real deal and assign it a grade to determine its value. If your penny meets these criteria, you might be looking at a very valuable treasure. Could your 1989 penny be worth $400 million? So, there you have it. The 1989 1-cent coin, a seemingly ordinary penny, could be worth a staggering $400 million due to its rare double die error. If you happen to find one of these coins in your change jar or among your collection, you could be sitting on a fortune. Whether you're a serious collector or just someone who loves to hunt for hidden treasures, the world of numismatics is full of surprises. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on more exciting coin discoveries. Who knows, the next rare penny you find could be worth a lot more than you ever imagined. See you in the next video.